Hello and welcome everybody to another modern stream. Today is Brew's Day Tuesday, but this is not my brew. This is actually one of the sweetest decks that I've seen in a long time actually. So this is a deck that was actually built by a Brazilian player, Amulet player too, by the name of EDB. I think his name is Eduardo. I can't remember his last name, but what this is a Gifts Ungiven Primeval Titan deck. So here we're using gifts as a little bit of a value engine, and as you're gonna see, this deck uses its graveyard a lot more than the average Titan deck, which uses its graveyard at approximately 0. So this deck actually uses its graveyard a fair amount. So we have Search for Tomorrow, Arboreal Grazer, and Simic and Growth Spiral as the ramp spells of choice. The nice thing about all of these is that they all kind of synergize with our counter magic. We have 2 mana leaks, 2 remains, 1 negate. Because you can suspend Search for Tomorrow on turn 1, and then on turn 2 you just play your land and you're holding up remand. Same thing with Grazer, or with Growth Spiral, you can of course play your land on turn 2. If your opponent plays nothing, you Growth Spiral. If they play something, you counter it. So pretty cool approach there. We're also playing, of course, the usual suspects, 4 Dryads for Primeval Titan. And we're also playing Uro in this list as well. We're also going to see a bunch of one-offs in Pact of Negation, Summoner's Pact, Our Promise, Cryptic Command, and Life from the Loam. All of these, of course, are going to be different piles that we can put together with Gifts Ungiven. Usually this card is seen in decks like Storm in order to just straight up win the game. But this is a value card. This is a value card that allows you to, if you have plans to get back the cards that you're getting, we can actually get a fair amount of value from our Gifts Ungiven. Of course, this list has like a bunch of islands. So we have breeding pools, we have actual islands in one of these and 2 of the snow-covered variety. We actually have some fetch lands and Mystic Sanctuary. So this is kind of what ties the whole deck together. We also have a one of Stellaria West. So for example, you can make a pile like, Gifts Ungiven, Summoner's Pact, Primeval Titan, Our Promise, and Dryad, right? And your opponent probably is going to be in this and this, which means that you end up with a hand of, Our Promise and Summoner's Pact. You can do like stuff like, for example, if you have a Dryad in play, you can do like Life from the Loam, Valakut, Field of the Dead, and like something else, and that basically guarantees, thanks to the loan that you're going to have, or like a way to draw a card like a Growth Spiral or an Uro, for example, and that basically guarantees that you're going to be able to loan back the Valakut and start getting your triggers. So lots of cool piles that we're going to be able to set up with thanks to Gift Ungiven. And this, of course, is a Field of the Dead deck, to nobody's surprise. We also have access to Ghost Squatter, which we do get to loop with Life from the Loam. And then the one-offs are Radiant Fountain, Simic Growth Chamber, of course, Stellaria West going with that Simic Growth Chamber. This list is playing 2 Vesuvas, which I'm not sure about. That is like the big question mark that this list has for me. Seems like 2 Vesuvas might be a little bit too many. 1 too many, probably. But yeah, so as far as that's the main deck. As far as the Cyber goes, we have 1 Turtle Script, 3 Engineered Explosives, 2 Disputes, 3 Gusts, 1 Tail Send, and then 3 Dismembers as a removal. This deck is an absolute delight, so we're gonna see how it works out, but this is really, really fun. So this is not my own brew, Partot. Jose actually sent me this list. A friend of his actually sent it my way. But yeah, this is an absolute delight. I think I actually own all of these cards in paper, which is great. I think I don't own Life from the Loam. I think that's the only card that I'm missing. I might not have a Flooded Grove, but like this can be a number of other lands, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I think that the only card that I don't own in paper is Life from the Loam. I guess Tail Send in paper I also don't own a copy of. But everything else, if I wanted to play this deck is actually fun enough that this seems like a deck that could definitely be amazing to bring to an FNM. What's up, Magnus? How's it going? But yeah, this deck really is a ton of fun. ¿Cómo podemos acceder los subs a la Cyberguide Diario? Buena pregunta, Hitlex. Lo que tenés que hacer es te tenés que meter en Discord y después tenés que ir a settings y tenés que linkear tu Discord con tu Twitch account. Y listo. This sounds pretty good. So we got a Neuro, which is nice. We're playing against a Lurrus deck. So we're probably going to go turn 1 Breeding Pool, turn 2 Tarn for... Ooh, this is Hammer time. Yep. Opponent playing Affinity. Remand. Have I played a Canister Blue in Titan deck? Not yet. Not Canister's list. We did play a blue-green Titan control style deck last week, I think. But it wasn't Canister's build. So there's the hammer. Gonna have to remand that guy. Okay. So we don't die here. Shauna, go Titan Tribal, let's go. Indeed. Thank you so much for the 16th month with the tier 1 sub. I appreciate the continued support. I think I'm going to play Udo here. We could play Dryad. Actually, Dryad's better, right? We Dryad into Ghost Quarter so we don't just randomly die. And we also hide the Valakut. So now they can play their dude. And they can play the Colossus Hammer. Ah, shit. So that means... I mean, we can just go Quarter the Ink Moth, so it's not a big of a deal, I guess. Oh, they just have double hammer? Yeah, that sucks. They need exactly double hammer, right? Because otherwise this could Ghost Quarter could kill that. But they had exactly double hammer. Too bad, because we were going to be able to trigger a Valakut. But... Alright, so Explosives is great in this matchup. And Dismembers. There we go. This card sucks. These cards suck. This sucks. What else? We have to be careful not to undo our Gifts piles. Now we have to be careful that we are actually able to, you know, make powerful gift piles. Is this deck busted? Probably not. How did I know it was your birthday? I just knew, Vampire Diaries. You know, sometimes you just feel it. Happy birthday. Let's go. This hand is awesome. This hand is kind of sick, right? Yeah, Gifts is just a value engine. I think this deck has Thought Seizes and stuff. Yep. So they're probably going to take the explosives, I imagine. Probably either explosives or Mana Leak. Now we try to qualify for Mana Trades tomorrow. Went 6-4 in the first 10 games. Nice. Nice. Good job. Ornithopter back in the forefront of Modern. Hell yeah. Remember when Ornithopter was part of a tier 1 deck? Pepperidge Farm remembers. It's nice because we get to use our mana. Cast this, get an island. Interesting. We could have transmuted this for a Valakut, but So let's do Field of the Dead plus Valakut. Now we can just chump block this thingy. Maybe getting Simic Chamber to balance Italy West would have been interesting. Block. They got Shadow Spear. So I guess we have to... get back Udo. We gain life, get a Sambo, kill Stoneforge. +1/+1, trample and lifelink. Gonna get 2 draw steps next turn. I'm not playing around second hammer, I don't think. So we kind of don't have to block this actually, huh? The other alternative would be to like not attack with anything and just block with everything on here. I think I'm just gonna just not play around the second Colossus Hammer, and I'm just going to let them just gain their life. Next level place. Next level place, next level place. The thing is that it's kind of a great draw. Now we just attack with everything. I guess I should have played my Dryad before doing anything. So they can block Uro, but this is lethal? Cool. All right, game number 3. Tailsound probably not very good. This is fine. Yeah, this deck can do some pretty cool stuff. One thing that I'm realizing is we have no answers to like equipments or to artifacts or enchantments. Maybe we ship this. Better. Keep. Oh, I messed up, because now I can't cast Cryptic. I'm an idiot. X. Poggers. Man, Giver kind of sucks there. Yeah, bottom in the Misty ended up being super costly. That sucks. ¿Sabes la lista de este deck? Gracias. Sí, seguro. Ahí va, Survivor. Steel Shaper's Gift. Paradise Mantle. Okay. Okay, so I guess my opponent is kind of stuck on mana a little bit. Probably stuck on colored mana. So I'm gonna take this turn to Uro. Gain some life. We don't have the blue source now. Should have bought on the Valakut instead of the Misty. Here comes the Priority Paladin. Here comes the Hammer. They're probably gonna equip here. Lisby can't die. This is pretty rough though. Ugh. Big yikes. Okay, explosives off the top. One time. Let's go. How about the useless mana leak? I think we're actually just dead here because I'm an idiot. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. Okay, just gonna pack it in. I think we actually had a reasonable shot if I had left the blue source there. Yep, we would have gotten there. That sucks. So I could have bought exactly one more turn, which is all that I needed. Live and you learn. I just miscounted the amount of blue sources that I had. For whatever reason, I thought that the Simic Growth Chamber was going to give me double blue, but that's just not true. For somebody that has played a lot of Simic Growth Chambers in their life, pretty silly mistake to make. I'm just not used to using Simic Growth Chamber to cast Cryptic Command, you know? That is a whole new lifestyle. Whole new lifestyle change. This hand is almost great. This hand is, I guess, better. I think I bought on prime time because I'm closer to our promise. And this is a hand precisely where what I'm lacking is lands. So the best draw would be Search for Tomorrow. Search for Tomorrow is probably your best top deck. Search for Tomorrow. Search for Tomorrow. Sure, guess it could have been worse. I wonder what my opponent's playing. They could be playing... They're probably playing Jund, actually. Because they didn't reveal a Lurrus. So if they were playing Shadow, they would be playing Lurrus. Oh, okay. Never mind. Because they're playing just Bug Shadow? ¿En algún torneo? No, es un brew, nomás zurdo, a ver. Es un brew de un brasilero. Sure. That's fine. So I'm just going to counter the Shadow. And my opponent doesn't know about the Mana Leak, which is kind of great for us. Take 5. If I find an untapped land, that's brutal. I was gonna say if I find an untapped land, I'm probably gonna main phase this gift so I don't run into Stubborn Denial, but now if they have the stub, they have the stub. Can't really play around it. Cuando puedas necesito que me expliques porque decís Amulet. Ah, lit quiere decir como puesto, digamos. Como que está bueno, digamos. Como que está prendido. Entonces es como es un juego de palabras. Entonces Amulet, como que está Amulet está prendido, ¿entendés? En vez de Amulet. Missing land drops. Always hurts. Ok. Okay, so they do have the Stubborn Denial. So we're just gonna hope they stub this, and then we're just gonna have to hope that we draw exactly an untap land. Untap land? Feels bad, man. Veil of Summer, Explosives, Pact of Negation, negates and remands. Gusts / disputes are interesting. Probably not where I want to go. But yeah, untap land would have actually been pretty great there, because we get field going, and we also would have gotten to either find a fetch land to. I think we had 3 islands, right? Didn't we? Oh no, we had Flooded Grove, so maybe we didn't have 3 islands. Could also be swat thing really follow, because we would have been able to get like field plus fetch, and then on upkeep we fetch, we put our promise back on top of the deck, cast it again. Sure. A little bit of a sketcher, but definitely not particularly excited about mulliganing against the Shadow deck. And Veil of Summer is great. And they still Mana League, so I'm definitely going to play Radiant Fountain or 2 just to represent. Mystic Sanctuary not looking great in this hand. Discard spell me, bro. Discard spell me, bro. Fetch. Discard. No? Coward. Not the best draw, not the worst. Would love to have a couple more green sources. Definitely not overly excited about these. Ugh, that's like the worst foiling I've ever seen. Not excited about having access to double field. But if they have discard into stub, we actually. Sure. It seems so bad. It seems pretty awful. To be honest, the pretty awful thing is how. Sure. Go nuts, opponent. These are like the worst cleansing wildfires I've ever seen. No pressure from my opponent. This is literally just a losing proposition for them. So I'm just gonna bog them and pass my turn. And next turn I can Dryad plus hold up Veil. And then on the following turn we tighten them. Could have hang on to that. could have held on to that bog, but I think that they're like close enough to being able to enable traverse. So just bogging them right now seemed okay. This Veil pretty much has us covered in the discard department, and then the Dryad just fixes my mana for prime time next turn. Try playing this deck, and for some reason I'm always scared when I play against Titan, but I don't feel scary when I play Titan. Interesting. I don't even know what to tell you about that. Yeah, this if this is my opponent's plan, they are doing it all wrong. If that's their plan, they're doing it all wrong. Like, they've cast all of those spells and they have accrued 0 value. Like, no value at all. And they kind of time walked themselves 3 times. They can stop this now, but that's fine, because, like, what are they gonna take? Like, they used their stuff, they tapped out of blue, and now what do they take? Literally all of this one. All of these ones you lose to, so... Sure. Got my Titan, now what? Another Thoughtseize. Sure. Get my Summoner's Pact. Now what? You still die to the Hour Promise. So I don't know what we're doing here. I guess they could have Dismember. But if they have Dismember, we still don't care because we're getting to trigger field. So... Oh, nice. Yeah. So now I win through this member even. 2, 3, 4, 5. Valakut. Is Valak and Valakut? So they can have this member, but I just fetch in response, and that's enough triggers to kill them. Because they go down to 4 to cast this member. So the fetch land basically guarantees that I kill them. I don't care about Wildfire whatsoever, right? I literally don't care about the card at all. Just don't care. It does feel like my ramp is actually pretty important in order to keep up with what they're doing, so I guess I am going to just cut the prime time. Wildfire was mana fixing at worst. It kind of was, right? They basically fixed our mana. Like, we didn't have double green without the Dryad, and my opponent was kind enough to give me double green mana. Thanks, opponent. I wonder if they're gonna have another Wildfire draw. Thoughtseize. I could shock to represent a growth spiral. I don't think that's worth my the life. And I definitely want to play the breeding pool here instead of playing the field, because if I top deck another growth spiral, I want to make sure that I can cast it on 2. So here's a Goif. Yeah. All right. This is a significantly better draw from them. Like, this draw actually does have a plan and stuff. They're gonna need to have a discard from this Dryad, though. If they don't have a discard spell for the Dryad, I think we're gonna be just fine. Discard spell or Gust, I guess. Another Goif. Okay. Can this Dryad please not die? Can you be nice to my Dryad opponent? They only have 2 lands, which is a little bit encouraging, because that means that they cannot trigger Revolt for a Fatal Push, so it's probably Dismember or Bust. But I am obviously not blocking here. Still in the same situation. No blocks. Gonna take 8 here. TBR obviously doesn't do it. I think we just YOLO, right? We could try to gifts, but I don't think there's anything that we're gifting for that just resolves. Straight up just resolves. Okay. I guess we go for broke. Face you for a bunch? Question mark. Get a couple of Sambos. All right, somehow that worked out. They just didn't have anything. What no-nonsense Amulet deck would you play right now? I've been liking the mono green version that I've been playing lately. I streamed it yesterday. It's gonna be up on YouTube in 2 hours. Amazing showing by their deck, yeah. Not the best one. I think that they might have had like a bunch of Stubborn Denials in hand, right? So yeah, this seems pretty gassy. Which mic do I use? I'm looking to get into streaming and you have great sound. Oh, thank you, Cross Visual. I appreciate that. What I'm using is a Rode. Let me get the name for you. If you give me a second, I can figure that out real quick. All right, so it's a Rode NT USB microphone. Gracias. It's a Rode NT USB microphone. It's pretty nice. It does exactly what I wanted to do. I also have, like, I had to mess around a fair amount with the setup though. So, you know, you take that into consideration. Like it took me a second to find a sound that I like. but I do believe it's pretty good. It also makes the podcast sound very clean, which is nice. Might be playing it around. We might be playing against Hammer Time again here. Yep, we are. This deck is all the rage right now. Mana Leak, something good here, please. Sure. Let's get that land out of the way. Yeah, they might think that they're playing against Scapeshift or something like that. As long as they don't have Cigar the Sade, we're fine. Like, the only card that really matters here is Cigar the Sade, because we can kind of beat everything else. Like, that's very far from lethal. Now they're gonna know that they're not playing against Scapeshift, but whatever. And then whenever this Dryad resolves, whenever this Titan resolves, we just win. And if we manage to top deck any land, that would be even better, because that means that I can hold up Misty Rainforest, so I can play around anything that my opponent could realistically have. I don't think anything beats me here. Even if they have like Cigar the Sade into Hammer Time, that's just not enough. And that just nullifies the flying in the Ornithopter, so it just doesn't matter. They still kind of don't know what they're up against. Not even we know what we're playing. So my opponent goes for setting up 2-turn lethal, which makes sense, but we can play around it. Okay, we did not draw the land that we were looking for. It's not the end of the world though. So step number 1 is making sure we don't die. And the way that we do it is we find Vesua to copy Simic Growth Chamber, and we find Ghost Quarter. So Ghost Quarter, Vesuva copies Simic, bounce Ghost Quarter, and we're going to play Ghost Quarter as our second land of the turn. So this guarantees that we can't die to the Ink Moth. And there's no need to do this right now. My opponent has 1 card, they're going to go up to 2 cards. For 2 cards, I don't think that they have any way of protecting from the Ghost Quarter. You're pretty famous for playing Titan. You keep them guessing what Titan. Yeah, I know. They know there's going to be a Titan. They just don't know what kind of Titan that's going to be. I always really like Growth Spiral in this kind of lists, because sometimes you get to like surprise Valakut your opponent out of nowhere, which is pretty cute. Blessing doesn't protect from colorless, it protects from artifacts. So Apostle's Blessing doesn't stop Ghost Quarter. Giver protects from colorless, for example. Like Giver could protect this Nexus, but they don't have a Giver in play, so I'm not too worried about that. Pure Steel Paladin. You got it, kid. You got it. I'm gonna wait until they attack. So otherwise I'm letting them cycle for no reason. This game is over though. Titan. Titan trigger gets Valakut. Valakut would want both of my opponent's creatures. I mean, I could go face, but... I could go face, or... And bear with me here. I could go face, or I could kill both of my opponent's creatures. Who can resist going for value instead of going for lethal? Nobody can resist. Okay, let's kill them. Okay, so how do we sideboard? We cut these cards. We cut that one, we cut that one. And we cut it prime time, I think, right? Yeah, I think this is how we boarded last time. Gift for 4 lands. I have done that. Like, I played one league before this. And in that league, some of the piles that came up were like, I had a Dryad in play, so I got Valakut, Field, Life from the Loam, and like Cryptic Command, I think. Or the Fetchman. Loving the podcast, that's awesome. The one. Glad that you're liking it. If they ever reprint Primetime, will you start playing more Pioneer if it already has Stasis Mom? Well, I've been playing Historic. I've been playing Reclaimer decks in Historic. I think I'm actually going to keep this hand. I don't think we can mulligan too much lower than this. Is there a difference between... Yeah, I guess I'd rather just have the Primetime. But Historic has like Knight of the Reliquary and Oracle of Muldiah. So I don't know if you check out my Discord, but I posted on it the Reclaimer deck that I've been playing in Historic. I'm doing pretty well with it. I haven't been grinding too much, but I've been grinding. I've been playing a little bit on the... Excuse me. I've been playing in the best of 1 queues, and I've been doing pretty well there. That's a sick draw. Sick draw. And then I started playing in the best of 3 queues yesterday, and I'm like 3-0 with it. So that's nice. Oh, wow. Anonymous Gifter gifting 20 tier 1 subs? Holy shit, that's insane. Wow. Thank you so much, Anonymous Gifter. That is so nice of you. Welcome all of you to the Primetime Stronghold. Zybang, 3 Friars, Adham, MTG, Eyeball, Head 69, Parks Shaden, Blobber, Remisen, 406 LOL, Rodney Bedell, Coco Lopez Sur, Doger, Sinalco from the Crypt, Great Image, Bullwinkle, Agony, Supli, Theo Jung, Arsonist, and Chaos. All of you, thank you so much. And welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. So right now I feel like the meme, you know, like the... Right now I'm feeling like the the Rafa Gorgorits in Spanish, but I don't know how you say it in English. Like the sun, like Wiggum's son in The Simpsons, where he says, "I'm in danger." That's exactly how I feel right now. But there really isn't too much that I can do, so I'm just gonna cross my fingers. If they have double Colossus Hammer, okay, I'm gonna have to mute the alerts for a second. All right, that's one Colossus Hammer. Don't have the other one, please. Don't have another one, please. And thank you. You got an Ornithopter. That one's fine. Damping Sphere. Sure. So I guess we're gonna play explosives on... We can do 1 or 2 here. 2 seems better. Just deals with the Paladin. Cast this. Get a green source. So this is gonna count for Damping Sphere. I think I'm supposed to blow up the 1s, right? They blow up the 2s. Alternatively, if I play the 1, if I play the explosives on 1, I guarantee that I cannot lose this turn. Because my opponent can't have, like, play another Colossus Hammer and just go off, right? So if I play it on 2 when I crack it, I kill the Paladin. Because I have to do it right now, right? But if my opponent has a second Paladin, I actually lose the game. But I think that's what has to happen for me to win this one. So we're just going to play explosives for 2. Because there's also the fact that the Damping Sphere is helping me right here. It's definitely possible that it's correct for me to play it on 1. Just so I don't lose to another Paladin. They don't have a way to flash in the hammer, but they can just move the hammer to the Ornithopter if I played on 2, right? So I have, if I'm gonna go for the 2, I have to crack immediately. And now if they have a second Paladin, we just lose. That 1, 2, 3, that's not lethal. That is not lethal. We go down to 1. Any land off the top, literally any land in my deck off the top, and we get to kill this Ornithopter, and we're Gucci. Any land. Yes, and that's kind of the best possible land, even. Sick. I guess that's not the best possible line because I can't fetch, I just realized, so never mind, but still. Yeah, we can't fetch, I just realized that we're exactly 1, which is pretty funny. But the Inkmoth deals poison damage, which I don't care about at all, and we could even kill the Inkmoth if we wanted to, thanks to this Ghost Quarter. And unless they deal with my Dryad somehow, this Titan is lethal. Because we just get another Valakut and a Vesuva. And then we just go squatter ourselves for the last 3 triggers. Sì, attieno di codice quanto madre sì, che l'ha scritto ma. Like, if this is what they're doing, if they're tapping out for this, then we're just fine. Take 4. Oh, the alerts are... They keep going? So many alerts. Here's Johnny. I think I'm just gonna do Valakut plus Simic Growth Chamber. It represents lethal just the same. But it also allows me to fetch Ghost Squatter instead, which guarantees that I can't die. Nice hammer deck opponent. Oh, yes, always. Yes, boom. Sombos. Bounce this. Face ya. Qué rico tapear una fecha ni agregar maná y sí, olvídate. La dríada es una chanchona. Oh, now we cycle, of course. Two on one. Honestly, that first loss was just me being stupid. Like, if we just bought on the correct card, we actually win that game, so... Uh-oh. There's been a Lutri deck that's been popping up, which is kind of hilarious. Keep this, bottom Vesuva. Breeding Pool. Suspend. Let's go. Watery Grave. Man looking awful. Lutri Polymorph for another one. No, it was like a control deck. Like somebody just played it. I think they 4-1 the prelim or something, 4-0 prelim or something like that. It looked pretty cool. I mean, honestly, Lutri was one of the best, probably far and away the best designed companion, because like the companion design, like their rule was just completely awful, but like Lutri actually was the one that worked the best, which is very nice. So I have to assume that I'm playing against Grixis Shadow. So this is probably like Thoughtseize plus Stub. Is this like amazing? Should I buy it? I'm not gonna tell you whether you should buy it or not, but what I am gonna tell you is that if you were to buy any paper cards, you can use my TCG Player affiliate link in order to support the stream for free at no extra cost to you. Was that good, Stabs? Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me for that sick, smooth? I think I kind of want to remand this. Like, it's not getting any better, and if my opponent doesn't let me remand anything next turn, like, that's just brutal for us. Top tier shill. Let's go. There goes my Primeval Titan. What's going on with Shadow today? I have not seen Shadow in a long time. It's gonna be a long time. All right. We can pay for back now. Blissed Alliance one time. Can there be justice, and can we top deck a Primeval Titan off the top? It's only fair, chat. All I'm asking for here is fairness. I want fairness. Primeval Titan. All right. They have another stub? No second stub. Sweet. All right, so we're definitely getting second Field of the Dead. And another fetch land? Yeah, definitely get another fetch land. I can't. There is one land that I can get, that doesn't win me the game on the spot. And it was exactly that one. Somehow, I expertly managed to click on exactly that one. Don't you love to see it when that happens? Show me that TBR. Show me that TBR. Okay, I guess. Okay. That one we can beat. Oh, just a slow roll. Classic. So I guess that we wouldn't have won anyway. So that makes me feel a little bit less bad. Still, I feel like an idiot, but... Still feeling like an idiot, but slightly less than an idiot is better, you know? Slightly less of an idiot, I guess. That's what I meant to say. So either full-blown idiot or just a little bit less of an idiot. But after all, that's what you folks come here for, right? For the top tier play. 0 mistakes. Never any mistakes whatsoever. This is the correct channel for that. Loan para qué? Gifts Ungiven. Loan basically makes allows for a bunch of gift spells. And then of course you can combo it with Ghost Quarter. God damn it. Okay, keep this one. Bottom. This and bottom that. Yeah. The good thing about this hand is that it's basically discard spell free. Discard spell proof, I mean, not discard spell free. What was the pound there? If I could have found literally, if I would have found literally any other fetch land that wasn't exactly Misty Rainforest, I could have gotten four zombies. But for whatever reason, I clicked on the Misty Rainforest instead, and I got myself. Should I have left the... I think I should have left the blue one, right? The blue fetch land. They know that I drew the Dryad. I wonder if they have Surgical though. Because if they do, they should probably snap it off on this Light from the Loam. Well, they know that the getting's good. And I know that I'm multi 5 and I'm missing land drops. Why are we playing against Shadow? Like, what the hell? Why the hell are we playing against Death Shadow? I guess I need to guarantee the untapped land next turn. Thoughtseize. We're getting Uro back at least, which is nice. I guess I'm supposed to take my champ block while the game is good. Timur Battle Rage. Goblin Lucky with the raid of 40 people. Welcome everybody from Goblin Lucky stream. We're just playing against my opponent who's a luck sack. But we're playing this sweet ass Gifts deck in Modern. Pretty delightful. Man. If you, like, whenever you go turn 1 discard spell, turn 2 double threat, turn 3 discard spell into kill you. Like, Death Shadow, Grixis Shadow feels like the best deck in literally any format. That's just so disgusting. How was your stream, Goblin Lucky? I imagine you were playing goblins. How are the Gobos doing in Legacy right now? Goose, thank you for the follow. Nice. Yeah, thank you for the game, Goose. That hand game two was just absolutely disgusting. Like, Grixis Shadow looks like the best deck in the format when you go turn 1 discard, turn 2 double threat, turn 3 kill you. Like, that's just so nuts. Have you tried it, Golden Lucky? Have you tried the other day? I was watching Joe Losset's stream, and he was playing this super sweet like goblins deck with it was like a combo version of goblins with food chain. Ship it, this hand's too slow. This one I do like better. Still feels like it's too slow, but I like it better. Would love to find a blue land. Never mind. Easy. All problems solved. Ha. Remember those silly times where I was missing land drops, chat? Where I was missing land drops and missing my colors? It was just an illusion. Just an illusion. I mean, if they don't have a threat... They don't have a threat. Alright. So we're gonna get to gifts next turn. Unless they have something else. What are we gifting for? This is actually a pretty tough pile here. Thoughts is number 3? No. All right. Okay. So they're gonna Lurrus us, and then they're gonna replay the bubble. But then we get to Udo. Okay, so our promise seems good because that one's gonna go to the yard, I think. So, our promise is probably one that they're banning. Another gifts. Growth Spiral. And Dryad? Let's say that we give them this. What are they going to give us? They're going to give us probably Growth Spiral and the gifts. That seems good to me. Yep. That feels the yard. This allows me to ramp. That's kind of a sick draw. What am I copying? I guess I just have to copy the Simic growth, which puts me super far away from... But I just have to Udo, right? This puts me pretty far away from Uro, but... It puts me far away from field. But it feels like I just have to Uro. Fetchland could have also been one of the cards that we could have gotten. I think this is fine. Dismember. So what did we benefit with gifts, really? We filled our yard, so now our Udo actually can get back. And we made a land drop, so we're closer to Field of the Dead. Okay. So I guess they have TBR. Unfortunately, we can't really beat TBR. We're gonna remand it, and we have to draw into exactly Manalik or what's his name? Remand it. Yeah, that doesn't do it. Remand or Manalik were the only outs there. Card's messed up, man. Why do we continue getting paired against Death Shadow? Could we have gotten something different? I don't think so. Like, I don't think that we could have beaten... I don't think that we could have beaten the TBR. If we had found like a Cryptic, maybe? His hand seems kind of amazing. As usual, we have to watch out for Blood Moon. It feels like that Cyberplan has kind of become stock at this point. I don't think it's that good of a sideboard plan, but I don't know. People insist on it. Let's get a basic. Interesting. So I guess I'm being in Whirl. And now we have Cryptic. And we have a Titan. I don't know, like the Blood Moon Cyberplan seems so bad to me. Like now your shadows become so shitty. We can, yeah, I guess we counter draw. We could counter bounce the Bowman, that's what I was thinking about, but feels bad, man. We can get back Udo. Please discard spell me. Croxa. I think I'm just gonna leak it and I'm gonna cycle this Veil. There we go. Brutal! Why did I have to draw that card? Damn it. Why did I have to draw that card? Well, so we're just gonna get double field now. Sure. I'm throwing everything in front of this shadow. So they're just conceding. So this is 8. Right now, this is 20 minus 8. They can't dismember, so they have no ways of losing life at instant speed. So this should be 12. I guess they could push 16. Okay, so they can have exactly push plus TBR. If they have exactly push plus TBR, we lose, but it's pretty unlikely in the last 3 cards for them to have exactly those cards. Particularly because I'm pretty sure that some pushes might have gone out. Lumo, thank you for the follow. Yep, let's do this again. Greaser does sound kind of shitty, but maybe we want another Titan. On the draw. Now, on the draw, I definitely like Greaser more than Titan. Don't take that out of context, though. Sure. Again, not revealing Lurrus. Hey, basics ones. Is there actually 80 ticks? Yes, yes it is. It really is silly. Do I have Legacy in my scaler on Wednesdays? Wednesdays is Legacy Day. Lumo with the Prime sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, Lumo. Thank you so much for the support. Ooh. Alright. I guess we're doing that one. So now we're putting a ton of pressure on my opponent. Probably gonna block this here and block that there. I guess it was pretty good, huh? Alright, sweet. 3 and 2. 3 and 2 in the weirdest league ever. We played against Hammer Time twice and 3 Shadow decks. 3 different flavors of Shadow decks. 4-color Shadow, Lurrus Red-Black Shadow, and Grixis Shadow. So we definitely hit a weird... we hit a weird spot in the metagame. This deck is a lot of fun. It's making me think, which I like. So I hope you liked it as well. I will be playing another league right after this one. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.